Don't put it back on. Get some fresh air, eh?
No, I know.
You don't need a mask to do that, mate.
It's alright. We're all fucking... I can walk around with a coffee as well.
A coffee?
Yeah, and say I'm drinking. And don't need to wear a mask.
Well, even if you smoke, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Have I spoken to you before?
Sorry?
Have I talked to you before?
Nah.
No? No, because I go around talking to people, you know.
Oh,
Spreading the word, mate. It's all bullshit.
No, I know. Yeah.
You know it's all bullshit, eh? Yeah. It's all about control of the human population. Sorry?
I think so.
Don't think so. No, so. I'm telling you 100%.
That's what we've just been discussing.
You want to join her and I'll ride along and tell you a few stories?
No, I don't care.
Like I said, I ride around. I'm pretty big on YouTube, and I talk about this a lot. How they've been planning this for not years, not decades, but centuries. The evil that have controlled us, psychopaths. We don't even have a government, you know that. 1973, Gough Whitlam signed off. He got the Queen out of the Constitution, and we've never had a government. And Bob Hawke did the final touches. You know they're all pedophiles, don't you? Just about all of them are pedophiles. But they're protected because the judges are pedophiles too. And just about everyone in the media is a pedophile. But anyway, aside from that, you know, they've told us for months that masks are bullshit, and it's a scientific fact that they're actually doing harm to you. But all of a sudden they said we've got to wear masks. The reason they did that, because they couldn't do it straight away, because people would have said fuck off. They thought, oh, let's just test the population and see if they comply. And by God, did they comply. And they're sitting back laughing their heads off. If we could get them to put a mask on, it's going to be a piece of piss to... Guess what? I'll ask you, what's the number one agenda for this? The vaccine, all right? The vaccine. If they can get you to put a mask on, oh, it's just a mask, it's just a mask. When it comes vaccine time, oh, it's just a vaccine.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to get that.
Well, I'll tell you, you know Bill Gates, obviously.
Yeah.
He virtually runs the world.
Yeah, I know.
Presidents and prime ministers don't, they're just spokespersons for these that control the world. It's the technocrats like Bill Gates and George Soros. You know George Soros? A lot of people don't. He's probably the second most wealthiest person on the planet. He's the man behind the climate change bullshit. It's all connected. So they mix the climate change with this shit. So Bill Gates says we won't go back to normal unless every person on this planet gets the vaccine. You know? And all this is the seasonal flu.
That's exactly
They've
right.
just changed the name because you know what? The seasonal flu has disappeared, and yet we're not celebrating like we would. We've been doing song and dances for weeks if the flu disappeared in real life. It's been around since Adam was a boy. It's affected every single one of us. Not just 95-year-olds in nursing homes, but 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 5-year-olds. Whereas this bullshit's only affecting old age people. Average age of these bullshit deaths is 82, which is even higher than the rate that people die, you know? So the seasonal flu is gone because you know there was 900 people died from the flu in Australia last year. 900. It was the biggest year ever, which is a lie. Because you know why? Because they want you to take the flu vaccine all the time. Which everyone who takes it feels like shit. Because it actually gives you the flu. So that was their test for that. But how many people have died from this shit this year? 420 compared to 900.
Yeah, I know.
Hang on, what's going on here?
Yeah, I know. I know. This is what I yeah.
July last year, 270 people died from the flu in Australia. This year, 0. That's a fact. You look it up. 270. There's 5 cents. Someone's lucky. 270. 12 months ago, when you woke up in bed, did you say, "Oh fuck, I'm scared of this flu. I'm going to die"? You didn't think about it, did you?
No.
There was no thoughts of a pandemic or losing your job or being in a curfew. But it was worse then. 270 in 1 month. Good God, Collingwood supporter. Me too. People, you know where they scare us? Cases.
Yeah, I know.
If there's a pandemic, like remember the Spanish flu in 1918? 50 million people worldwide got killed. and the population of the world was half what is now. That's a lot of people. We haven't even reached 800,000, 800 million.
I know.
800,000, sorry. Not even a million.
No, I know.
Uh,
Do you know how many people there are on this earth? I know.
Yeah, 8 billion. It's 0.001. Spanish flu was like 12%. There's a big difference.
Not to mention other shit that kills us.
This way.
It's not even in the top 50 killers. You know, this year, in the, 60 million people have died. 5 million of those from cancer, the one they love to us all to get. There's been a cure 100 years ago. Do you think they're going to give it to you or me? No, the Queen knows about it, and the royal family, because they live to 100. But we don't get it.
This way, Tango.
We're going back. So,
Where you going with him up?
I want to go up this way. Tango, this way, this way, this way.
so why does Dan Andrews come out every morning? Oh,
Where's he going?
yeah, where you going?
Adrian, I'm going to see if I can pass you over.
Yeah.
This way, Tango. This way.
So Dan Andrews comes out every morning for his daily address, right? Who the fuck wants to hear about how many COVID cases there are? Hey, do you want to know that every day?
No, not really. No. There's other shit we need to worry about.
400 people die every day in Australia.
Right.
400. And when this, before this second wave bullshit, it was one a day for COVID. But he still gets out there spreading this bullshit, and he feels sorry for the victims' families. What about the family victims of the cancer people? Tuberculosis.
People that die from everything else.
Anything. But he just concentrates on COVID because it's all brain control, brainwashing. You go on the TV, mate, it's all COVID. Yeah. The football, COVID. Radio, COVID crisis. It's all fucking drummed in. You do a search on Google, put any number from 1 to 1,000, followed by cases, it's all coronavirus.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Because Google's heavily into it, you know that. So you don't have to mention coronavirus or COVID. It comes up with the shit in the search. So it's all about the vaccine. And you heard of the microchip? The microchip. Mark of the beast if you're religious. That's going to control your whole body. It's like you're going to be a computer. And it's even going to have sterilisation in it because they don't want any more children being born. It's all a depopulation agenda because these psychopaths want the world to themselves. They don't give a shit about you or me. So as Scott Morrison came out 2 days ago, he initially said it's going to be mandatory, right? Yeah? 6 hours later he said, oh no. Because you know why? A news poll said 70 weren't going to get it and 30 would. But that's all scripted anyway, because what they're going to do, if you don't get the vaccination, you won't be able to get a job. You won't be able to fly a plane. You won't be able to get on public transport. You won't be able to even get your new start or your pension. So that's as good as being mandatory, isn't it? So they got us by the balls. These 20 cents, I'm fucking lucky. I'll pick that one up. So, I hope I put something in your heads, guys.
No, that's all right.
If you've got children, you got to worry about that, mate. I've got a six-month-old grandson, you know, and an 8-year-old granddaughter. Her birthday was 2 days ago. She couldn't have a party. Imagine not having a party on your 8th birthday. You can't visit your elderly in nursing homes. What's the story there? Because they don't want to see what's going on inside, because they're killing off the elderly. You know?
People are dying in nursing.
I know, but they're using them as COVID. They're rigging up the family, so I'll give you $9,000 if we put COVID on the death certificate. Because the government's giving them 25 grand. I mean, that's a good business deal.
Just to say something.
You know, today's figures, someone in the hundreds died. In their hundreds.
You're happy to live that long.
They went through World War II, they went through all the shit for 100 years, oh, but finally COVID killed them. Yeah? Honestly, how do people not believe this, see this shit? 100-year-old. But you know, there's never any names. They can make up anything, mate. Just like that 30-year-old 2 weeks ago. It's fake as fuck. They just like to use someone that's young. 30's not even young. But there's no one under 50 that's died. And yet schools are closed. Schools are closed, but there's no one under 50 that's died from this shit. It's a smart virus though. It knows when it's 8 o'clock, so you know you can't come here. And it knows the difference between 11 and 12-year-olds. Because you know, if you're under 12, you don't have to wear a mask. How smart is the virus? Plus it knows where the nursing homes are compared to normal homes. Alright guys, you take care, huh? Did you ever get on YouTube?
Yeah, we will.
Peekay Censored, P-E-E-K-A-Y, Censored. I make about 10 videos a day. I've got about 800 on there. And show your friends, all right?
No worries.
Take care. God bless. All these cars have got masks hanging off the rear vision mirror because that's the only time they put them on. I'm not sure how many minutes I've got left, but I'm on my way home. Not sure how much you got left, but there's a couple at the end here. I might have a few minutes left. I'll just say hello. I don't think he's wearing a mask. Surely. He's not. They're both not wearing a mask. Oh no, they are wearing masks. Damn. I thought you guys weren't wearing a mask. This guy's not wearing one. Good on you, mate. You don't need a mask, mate. It's all bullshit. Hey? What's that? Say that again. What did you say? Sorry?
I said I'm coming from my car, which is parked right there. From here to here.
No, I'm not a cop or anything. I'm just on there.
I feel like you are. You know?
No, I'm telling people it's all bullshit.
Oh no, you don't have to because you're exercising. You don't need the mask. Right?
I've never worn one in 4 weeks, mate.
Good on you.
It's killing people.
Yeah, if you can't breathe, obviously.
It's got nothing to do with the virus, mate. It's about population control. Can't people see that?
I don't know about
It's all about the vaccine. There's no virus, mate. They've changed the name from the flu to COVID. Less people died this year than last year. The flu's disappeared. Didn't you know that? The flu just doesn't disappear. They just changed the name. 900 died last year from the flu in Australia. Anyway, have a good day. Don't know if I got that in, but if I did, I did. No point talking to these two. They look as dumb as bricks. I shouldn't say that. That's nasty. Dumb as bricks. You know, that's really putting bricks down. They don't want to put bricks down because they're useful. You know, you can build houses around bricks. Take those masks off for God's sake. Anyway, will I see any more? Is this person wearing a mask? She waved. She made a motion to her face like, why aren't you wearing a mask, I think. What? To the guy in the car, not me. Anyway, he is wearing a mask. This guy ain't. He will once he gets out of it though. Nice lemon tree there. Alright. I don't think there'll be any more people, so that is it for the 21st of August. Oh, I'm home now. Interesting, that guy thought I was someone like a policeman checking if you had a mask on. Do I look like a policeman? I don't know. Ask Max Egan, he knows, he thinks I'm a cop. Anyway, I'm home now. have a drink, relax.
Hadi bakalım.